Hey guys, today we're diving deep into something that caught the entire crypto community by surprise. ZBCN just exploded by over 40%, and this isn't just some ordinary low-cap pump. This is the biggest gainer among all coins ranked between 101 and 200. Think about that for a second. We're not talking about the top 10 coins with huge market exposure or the meme coins riding hype. No, we're talking about that critical range, the altcoin jungle, where hidden gems live and die on community conviction, technological promise, and key partnerships. And out of all of them, ZBCN stands out at the top. That's not something you brush off as random volatility. That's a signal, a sign that something is brewing under the surface, something bigger than a quick pump and dump. Everything in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Nothing here is financial advice. Always do your own research, consult with a licensed advisor, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The cryptocurrency market is volatile, unpredictable, and fast-moving. But with the right strategy, the right mindset, and the right research, the opportunities are endless. Now, if you guys were tuned into yesterday's video, you already know I mentioned this very scenario. I told you straight up, if any significant news or even hints of bullish development surfaced, we could easily see a strong upward move in ZBCN's price. And what happened? Exactly that. The price was comfortably sitting at around 28 cents. Calm, steady, maybe even boring to the untrained eye. Then, without warning, green candles just started forming like a staircase to the sky, one after the other, all the way to 35 cents. That kind of price action doesn't come out of nowhere. It's not just FOMO. It's not just whales playing games. This was clearly the result of smart money anticipating something big, and it played out exactly how we imagined. Some folks might say, oh, maybe it was just a classic case of buy the rumor, sell the news. But let's stop right there. What was the news? Nothing official dropped before the rally. That's the craziest part. The price started pumping before any confirmed news hit the feeds, which tells us something critical. People knew something was coming. Whether it was whispers in the Telegram groups, rumors in the Discords, or internal speculation among early holders, the market was positioning ahead of clarity. And when that happens, it's often the first sign of a true breakout moment, one that could lead to much higher valuations if those rumors prove even partially true. Let's talk about what actually was revealed. Huge shout out to Blue Crypto, who dropped a summary of the Twitter Spaces event. I had planned to tune in myself, but life got in the way and I missed most of it. Thankfully, Blue came through. So here's what we learned from those spaces. ZBCN has officially integrated Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin into their Silver Card. Let that sink in. We're talking about a direct integration with a Ripple-powered asset. That's no small partnership. On top of that, Simon from the ZBCN team has a personal relationship with Robbie Mitchnik, who is the head of digital assets at BlackRock, and get this, a former executive at Ripple. That's a heavy-hitter connection. I mean, if you're building a list of the most influential institutions in finance and crypto, Ripple and BlackRock are at the top. This could very well be ZBCN's backdoor into significant institutional capital and regulatory credibility. Now, here's where it gets even juicier. According to the Spaces recap, ZBCN also said that they plan to host another Spaces with even larger partners later this month, this time from the freaking House of Lords in the UK. Yes, you heard that right. From inside the House of Lords. This isn't just marketing fluff. This is legit institutional proximity. And if even half of these plans materialize, ZBCN will no longer be a 101 to 200 ranked project. It'll be climbing fast into the top 100, maybe higher. Additionally, they revealed that they are actively seeking a MiCAL license, which is a form of regulatory permission that would allow them to operate across Europe. And get this, they're in talks to add actual government officials to their advisory board. Not influencers, not anonymous Twitter traders, government-level people. This is how you scale a crypto project from niche to mainstream. So of course the community is buzzing, emotions are running high, some people are euphoric, some are kicking themselves for missing the dip. You know the drill. But one thing's for sure, the believers are being vindicated. Just look at the sentiment. One user literally said, "To everyone still sitting on the fence about a $1 ZBCN, if you're still unsure after today, it's because you're choosing to stay blind." And you know what? I get that energy. ZBCN holders have been dealing with months of FUD, sideways price action, and market uncertainty, and now they're seeing the project actually execute, actually deliver. It's no wonder they're clapping back at the haters. Another user simply said, "Choke on it to all the doubters." Savage? Yes. Deserved? Maybe. Because here's the thing. In crypto, people love to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt, but they don't love doing the research. And that's why I keep hammering this point home. Always do your own due diligence. Don't invest based on Twitter threads. Don't panic because someone called your coin a scam. Be smarter than that. We've seen it happen before. A project goes up, it's the next big thing. Then it dips 10% and suddenly it's a scam. Crypto Twitter changes opinions faster than the price candles print. And that's why conviction matters. That's why you need your own framework. Look at Ben McKenzie, the actor who bought Bitcoin and then cried foul when the price dropped. He literally went out and wrote a whole book calling crypto a scam. This was back when Bitcoin was around $30K or $40, post-bull run retrace. Now that Bitcoin is cruising above $100,000, I wonder how many people read his book and decided to sell at a loss. Imagine the regret. That's what happens when you take investment advice from the wrong people. So again, and I say this as honestly as I can, don't listen to me blindly either. Use me as a starting point, then go verify everything yourself. That's how you grow as an investor. Now let's get back to the numbers because numbers don't lie. Right now, volume on ZBCN is up a whopping 182%. That is absolutely massive. When I say volume predicts price, this is exactly what I mean. Volume surges typically precede large price moves. Today, ZBCN is sitting at 55.85 in trading volume, with a market cap of around $291 million, still up over 40% on the day, which is an impressive feat no matter how you look at it, especially when you consider that we're still missing major listings like Coinbase and Binance. That's right, ZBCN is not even on the biggest global exchanges yet. And let me tell you this, if either of those platforms picks it up, it's a wrap. It's absolutely game over. The volume would double overnight. The price would probably go parabolic. And the doubters? They'd be scrambling to buy back in, late, as usual. Let's pull up the charts real quick. On the 4-hour time frame, we are sitting near the top of the breakout channel. Price is still holding strong, but here's the key technical level I'm watching closely, Z30 cent. That's the battle zone. If ZBCN can hold that zone as support and consolidate above it, we're talking about the establishment of a new base. That's when things start to get serious. That's when buyers become long-term holders and the project begins forming higher lows and higher highs, the classic signs of an emerging bullish trend. Even if we get a short-term pullback, if we bounce off that 30 cents level, I'll take that as a very bullish signal. That's the market confirming the move. That's the support being tested and validated. And that, my friends, is how real uptrends begin. And one last thought here. If you're someone sitting on the sidelines thinking, maybe I'll wait for the next dip, I'll give you one word of advice. Dips don't last long in coins with growing fundamentals and expanding narratives. With ZBCN gaining attention, integrating stablecoins, building with regulatory backing, and forming potential connections to BlackRock and Ripple, the days of buying it under 30 cents might soon be over. So whatever you do, buy, sell, hold, or ignore. Just make sure your decisions are based on research and logic, not fear and FOMO. So let me wrap this up for you. ZBCN isn't just another pump. It's becoming a case study in how small caps break into the big leagues. Between the price rally, the volume explosion, the Spaces announcements, the Ripple integration, the BlackRock connections, the government involvement, and the upcoming licensing efforts, it's safe to say this isn't just noise. Something real is happening here. And if the team delivers, ZBCN could become one of the most talked about breakout projects of 2025. Whether you're holding, trading, or just observing, I want to hear your thoughts. Are we heading to $50, $1, or even beyond? Or is this just a well-orchestrated speculative move that fizzles out? Let's debate in the comments. But please, be respectful, be curious, and most importantly, be informed. Smash that like button if you learned something today, hit subscribe if you want more real-time breakdowns like this, and turn on those notifications because the next big update on ZBCN, whether it's a listing, a new partner, or a major announcement, I'll be covering it here first.